Oh, we got 13. Morning, man, behind the scenes.
Morning.
All right, so we could act like we're really sophisticated, and we did a whole bunch of studying, and I have no idea where we left this video off at.
No, I don't either.
So they just seen the last clip, which is probably like 3 weeks ago.
Yeah.
Somewhere in there.
Which would be.
I mean, you've got a haircut, a shave, a new hat again. You're switching hats as much as you're switching.
Silver Fox Smokehouse now. Yes.
You're turning into like the dirt perfect pimp for hats.
It's not gloves no more.
Oh my goodness. They're a local guy.
Huh?
They're a local guy.
Local guy. We're a good buddy. Yeah, so.
I thought it was, Brent's going to be mad at me, so I thought it was the purple skunk.
Yeah, you called it a skunk. I was like,
look at
no, it's a
okay,
fox.
You can't tell me that don't look like a skunk tail.
No, it don't. No, no. Have you ever seen a silver fox?
Comment down below.
Yeah.
We'll see. We'll let them decide.
Yeah.
Well, I can tell you one thing: his food don't taste like skunk.
No, it don't. It is really
we'll
good.
give him credit on that.
Yeah, he does all our serving and catering.
Amazon come through for us. The reason we stopped on this project, if I remember right, is we had to order all of our cables. We had to order some fastening devices and all that good stuff. So long story short, the only excuse, we have no excuses to not get this done now.
No,
What are we gonna do first? Mount cameras?
Yeah, I got the camera mounts mounted.
Oh yeah, they are beautiful, ain't they? Yeah. I forgot how good a job we did.
That's a great paint job too.
Well, further inspection will tell. So, all right, I got this camera already mounted on the bracket that goes on the back. So we need to get these cameras mounted that go on the side. I think we need to do is there an upside down or a right side up to these? Oh man.
That we may want to check.
Maybe we should read some instructions.
Yeah.
Huh.
I don't think.
You guys feel like you're looking at yourself? Camera in a camera?
Yeah. I don't know if they flip kind of like a GoPro does. So
they don't have the edit option where it's rotate because you're an idiot? You guys are upside down a lot. You just don't know it. All right, let's figure it out. All right, I'll be honest with you guys. We couldn't find anything in the instructions to really tell us which way these go. I got like a little sensor or something down here. The picture on the box shows it goes down, so we're gonna go with that. All right, so first things first, we gotta slide this through there. Come out on the back side. I might have to get man behind the scenes to hold the camera for me. I gotta get that little, I gotta get this little thingy-majiggy in there. See that fancy little finger on the wrong side to show them.
Can't see it in here. There, I can kind of see your little garment.
Garment.
Whatever it is.
This is what's gonna make us fancy. Is it gonna go? I think I'd be better off coming over the other way. Oh, come on, baby. Oh, I had this in there before. Oh, we're getting close. Oh, look at that. Oh, look at that. Would you look at that? Would you just look at it?
Oh, yeah. There we go.
Okay, so now you got the.
I got some hardware.
Just hope we're not too far back in there. You end up with tunnel vision.
Yeah. I gave you a selection of a little bit of everything there. I don't know what you'll need.
I need smaller fingers. Is that an option?
I don't know if that is or not right now.
Oh man, that fits in there nice.
They ain't too long, are they?
Nope, perfect.
Good.
Absolutely perfect. And we got quite a bit of adjustability in there. I'm just worried about this being obstructing a little bit of our view. But I also like how well it protects that camera.
Yeah.
So
with you loading, we need it.
It's gonna be the old give and take scenario. All right, I think I'm just gonna let them kind of loose.
Okay.
Let me give them a little view of what, man, that fits in there nice, man, behind the scenes. You see that?
Oh yeah. Yeah, that's gonna be nice.
It's almost as nice as that paint job.
It looks pretty dang good then.
All right, well, the other 2 are gonna mount the same way. So let's get those mounted, and then we'll start figuring out our wire routing.
Yep.
Man, I don't know if the camera will pick that up, but that is like run central in there.
No, time out.
It ran so bad it's running out the front.
No, I tell you what that is. That's the oil. The oil from when it was cut.
No.
The oil, it would not tie into that oil. Somebody didn't do a good job
I was
cleaning
trying to
it.
whisper so they wouldn't notice it as bad.
That's not my fault. That is the, I'm gonna call that the pimp's fault. The guy prepping it for the painter. The rest of it looks good.
I'm really surprised how well these grommets fit in here. I was like, definitely want to keep that wire protected.
Yeah.
Okay. Almost.
You want me to hold that bottom?
No, I just need to get. Alright, that one's. Oops, sorry.
What was that? Nut?
Nut. It's not bad getting them in there, just a little bit tricky.
Almost Kubota orange, huh? Almost.
I like this one's a little farther back in the thing, but might still be alright. Perfect.
You're gonna have to do that little rubber garment from up there. That's better.
What'd I do?
Oh, that cable there for a minute, I thought you had the cable all the way and it was way up in there. I thought, oh, we ain't gonna be able to get that on. But it hangs out about 4 inches, so it's good, perfect.
I think you can pull a little bit more down through too, but let me get the camera mounted first.
Oh, you got plenty. I mean, I'm happy with it now.
Oh, this is gonna be a pain in the butt.
Yeah, I didn't get the bottom painted either. But I knew I was out of paint. If we would have went with that bright yellow, you would not believe how much that bright yellow we got you.
Yeah, because it's a god awful color. Oh man.
That's what you get for saying that's god awful color. I hope you lost it.
I did lose it.
Fine.
I found it. I don't know how this is gonna work. I'll go this way. You got them long needle nose pliers?
Long needle nose pliers.
Or just a pair of needle nose pliers? Come on.
The long ones never go back where they belong.
How about a pillow? You got a pillow?
No, got a stole my pillow I got from my seat.
Seriously.
It's right there, I can see it. Right there. Just gotta go with it. There,
Okay.
right like that. You got that? You need my help? You need my help?
I don't need your help at all except your help.
Okay, here you go.
Gosh, they put the damn nut on. Now it's crooked. Don't get too tight. Hold on. Okay. Slide it up. Hold on, just turn it. All right.
Oh man, it did scuff that up.
All right, all three of those cameras are mounted. Man, they mounted up beautifully, didn't they?
Yeah, they did.
All right, so next thing is we gotta hope we did our math right.
You were saying numbers, so I'm hoping your numbers were right.
We'll find out. So, all right, this end goes, take that in, nope, that in, I think.
Yeah, this end goes to the camera.
Yeah. So here's the trick. Because this bed dumps, we got to go down all the way back to the hinge point and then all the way back up. So I guess we need to, I'm getting ready to make a bad mess.
Yeah.
We need to go, what we need to do is get all three of these wires combined some way, shape, or form, and then head down the bed and head back, right?
Yeah.
You got any great ideas on that?
Well, I don't know. I do not remember how you measured this out. Did you measure this to go down the bed that way, or did you measure this to go around the corner, then go
Around the corner.
So you got these going around the corner,
Yeah.
then we'll meet up and we'll all go
I
down.
think what we need to do first is get all three of our cables stretched out and hooked up. And then, all right, so let us get, we're not gonna video unrolling, and well, I'll tell you what, we probably should video unrolling this because it might be the most aggravating part of this video, but we're not, because we're gonna get these all unrolled and then we're gonna figure out how to route them. Well, we got our three main cables all stretched out. I think we're gonna have plenty of length, man, behind the scenes.
Yeah, I think so. I think we will. That's good.
Super concerned about our distance here.
I was. Yes, I was.
All right, so a big concern we got on this project is making sure these wires don't get stuck by a limb or a bucket or a fallen rock, or we just need to make sure they're secured to the truck. So I got a bunch of these little clamp doohickey doobobs right here in multiple different sizes. I think what we're gonna do is go around and basically weld studs on. You can see where Aaron's got a little place cleared off right here. Weld studs on. Once we get those studs welded on, that will allow us to bolt. I'm trying to get this system together for you. Allow us to bolt those on there like so. And should help hold everything nice and secure, don't you believe?
I hope.
All right. So we got, basically we got a whole bunch of studs to weld on and a whole bunch of bolts to put on. We're gonna put you guys in time-lapse mode and watch, that way you can watch us go down. Oh man, behind the scenes, that's some pretty fancy wiring right there.
It is.
I think our time lapse may have died right there at the end, but I'll kind of show you guys what we got. So we'll start all the way at the top, come down the face, we go all the way down the bed to the hinge point. We picked up the 4th camera down there. We got all of our cables coming back right here along the frame rail. We ended up jumping over sides right here, threw it in some wire loom, and then we were able to go right inside all of this, which is the whole mess of hydraulic hoses and air hoses and stuff that goes to the back. So we are to this point.
Yep.
So close, but yet so far away. Well, the good news is, I'm pretty sure we're gonna have enough cable.
So just go up, wrap them around exhaust, and drop in through the top.
String them around like Christmas lights. We can probably go all the way to the front and come back if we want to. So, all right, we need to figure out how we are going to get in the cab.
Yeah.
That's gonna be our next order of business. You guys, you want me to hop up there and see if I can scope out our...
And see where we need to
scope out a route.
Yeah.
I'm sure it's going to be super easy. Man, I'll tell you what, that looks really good on that bed.
Oh yeah, I like it.
I'm not saying it won't get destroyed, but it's not going to get destroyed without some effort.
Yeah.
Well, this looks super easy. Good news, I see no good route.
You do?
None at all.
Oh, none?
None. I wonder, hold on a second. All right guys, so here is the wiring harness that ties everything together. That is the plug that goes into the camera. This is where all the cameras plug into, and then this thing's sophisticated enough to where you can tie different wires into different functions. So like if you hit reverse, certain camera comes on. If you hit a turn signal, certain camera goes on. We're not going to use those functions on here. What we're thinking is it's going to be a lot easier to make all those connections out here underneath the hood instead of up underneath the dash. So basically, we need to get this fed through.
Yep. And
then we'll get the wires to here. And then we'll try to get everything tidied up nice and neat.
Did you catch that plug when I popped it out?
Oh, so you got the plug out?
Well, I got the plug out, and you said you want to say plug, and we're going to drill a hole through it so it'd be nice and it's still airtight in there.
Yeah.
No mice, stuff like that. Well, plug's gone now. It popped out a little bit easier than I thought it would. So, you got an extra plug anywhere?
I do not.
Too bad that Volvo place ain't any closer.
Yeah. So now we're searching for a plug, huh?
Yeah.
You do realize all the skid pans and belly pans are back on this thing, right?
Yeah.
So the chances of it hitting the ground are like slim to none.
I'll tell you what, I've seen some electric tape before do some wonders there, so might be what we're doing.
Did you get lucky?
Great eyes I got. Yes, I got lucky. I found the plug.
I think that's gonna work pretty good. We basically just need to, look, I never had that plug installed the right way. See how it's all.
Yeah, it was. Oh, yeah, you mean it was, yeah, they didn't have it popped all the way in.
I think that hole's big enough. You guys can't see what I'm doing, but that should work. So basically we need to cut, we're gonna have to slit that. That's what we're gonna have to do, right?
Yeah, we're gonna slit it, and then it's gonna have a little hole just to seal tight around that cable.
All right.
Yep.
It's gonna be like a factory setup.
Yeah, it is.
All right, guys, we're way up underneath the dash, but right in here, hopefully somewhere, we see a wire come through. You trying to come through? All right, hold on a second. All right, there's a, I can feel you back in there, but you're up against a layer of something. All right, now try. Oh, come on, baby. You're so close. All right, push in. All right, hold that right there. Let me see if I can cut that.
All right, that's the plug. I'll cut it in.
Yeah, there's like a backing on that. All right, push a little bit. Oh, I think we got it. Ah, huh. Look at that.
Yes.
Okay. All right. So let me make sure we can get that hooked up. So we got that wire fed through, and you guys just gotta take my word for it. It is attached to our monitor up here. The next thing we figured out is we need to get ignition power to, can you hold that light right there so I can see? What we'd like to have is have the system boot up whenever we turn the key on. This truck has 2 empty relay slots, and they both have 24-volt power that come on with the key. One is for the coil to power up the relay. The other is actual auxiliary power for whatever that relay is powering. I cannot talk. Whatever that relay is going to power. We're not going to put the relay in, but we're going to steal that auxiliary power, which is controlled by the key switch, send it back out to our wiring harness. So basically what should happen is whenever we turn the key, the system should come up. When we turn the key off, the system should go down. Should prevent any forget to turn the switch off dead battery scenarios.
Drainage, yeah.
All right, so that is the plan. What we're gonna do real quick is get one more wire fed back through and around, which you guys seen how much of a fun adventure that's gonna be. And we'll meet you guys back underneath the hood, and we're gonna get all this hooked up.
Hold up. Okay.
I'm gonna make some special tool for this, don't involve using my fingers.
Yeah.
All right.
Got it?
Yeah, so basically,
Just go
that
home.
is our protective. This is gonna run right next to the exhaust underneath the can.
Yeah.
So I figured we'd put a little extra
Yeah.
water line protection on.
So.
All right, so we need to get these underneath the cab to the front. And then we basically got to make a whole bunch of connections right there
Yeah.
underneath the hood.
And figure out where we're gonna store all our extra cable we've got right here.
It's not as much as you think. It only you got,
No, this one here is not as much as you think, but
so you have to buy it in 10-foot lengths. You cut it a little short.
yeah, yep.
All right.
All right.
So what I need to do is I need to take all 3 of these. So if I loop these back like this, if you tape that right there, I just need to feed this through and everything else will follow.
Yeah. There you go. Yeah.
All right, you coming down through?
Yep.
Right.
Let me know.
Right in
We'll go
here.
down below or above.
Right in here.
Okay.
I don't know. This is gonna be, I don't know for sure where I'm going. There's another wiring harness up here in the frame I'm gonna try to somewhat follow, but I ain't gonna make no promises because it takes the scenic route, to say the least. All right. Good. Still good?
Yep.
There's just no good way to get from point A to point B.
Okay,
Wait a
got
minute.
one end that's gonna be coming up to you.
Okay, is the hose started in yet?
Nope.
Okay.
If you feel anything get caught, it's that end.
Okay. I've got
You got all the ends?
I got all the ends.
Alright, hose is just starting to go under.
Okay, before we feed that hose in, let's see if we can get this other end up to you.
Alright.
All right, we finally got her fed down through there. I thought that was gonna be the hard part.
Yeah, that wasn't the hard part.
That's quite the obstacle course underneath there.
Yeah.
All right. It's hard to video, so I'll give you guys the grand tour. So here's our camera wires coming down along through there. We got it in the plastic conduit coming through here. Switching down through here, we actually put it in an old garden hose just to keep all the wires together. And we're a little close to the exhaust in a few places. Want to make sure we we're going through all this trouble to put extra eyes on Bubba Dump. We want to make sure he don't go blind.
Yeah, exactly.
All right. So let me go underneath.
Blind, I go blind.
Let me go underneath and I'll show you kind of what we got going on, and then we'll eventually pop back up on the other side of the cab there. Hopefully you guys can see right there. It is coming down. It goes through. I got it back behind this factory bracket right here. And it's heading up and over the hog head, heading that way. So I'll meet you guys on the other side. I don't know if you guys can make heads or tails of anything, but here she is coming back over the hog head, going up, and way up in there. She's just barely missing the exhaust. And after that, eventually she makes it up to end.
And then this here.
Here you are standing up here in the lap of luxury whenever I'm crawling around like a contortionist underneath this thing.
Well, this is
I really do not like looking up at you.
It's pretty nice, ain't it?
It's not a view I get very often.
Yeah, I know. Get used to it, man.
Alright.
No, what I was doing up here was very, very crucial because I want to make sure my cameras are hooked up right. That's why I wanted to color code them all the way through so we knew what was what. Because in screen 1, I want my very back camera that's underneath. Number 2 screen, I want my top camera that we got looking in the bed. So them be the top 2, them be the main 2, so I know you ain't overloading me. You start overloading me, I'm just taking off. I ain't putting up with it no more, because now I can see what's going on. And then I want my number.
You know what I'm gonna do? The first scoop's gonna go right on top of that camera, so you can't see no more.
Got good guards on them.
Hey,
sorry, man.
you know what else I realized? Is this system comes with a remote, and according to the range, it'll reach from the Traco.
That remote stays in this cab.
We'll see.
Not in the Traco cab.
All right, this is the last wire.
Yep.
The last wire we need to run.
You put your connection on, so you're gonna have to feed it out to me.
Is that the way that works?
Yeah. That's how I'm saying it's working.
I don't know if I like the way this works. I'm about over this camera system. I hope it works. This is way more work than I signed up for.
Yeah. Well,
all
we
right.
had an hour and a half lunch too. We got to remember that. And it was a pointless trip. We didn't get nothing.
This is true. All right, let's get this last wire hooked up. Now, according to the manual and the sticker on that little wire right there, you want to show them the sticker so they know we're not lying?
What's
it says 12R24 volt.
Yeah, right there, 12-24V. It don't say volt, it just has a V there.
We're gonna assume V means volt.
12-24V.
So supposedly this thing's smarter than us, and no matter what we hook to it, it'll work, because we're gonna put 24 volt to it. I really hope we don't let the smoke out of the brain box. All right, you ready?
Huh. Yeah.
Hey, we got it through the firewall. We gotta get it through the dash. Hopefully it shows up here somewhere. Oh, it's down there somewhere.
You're moving.
Yeah, I need more hands.
Yeah.
Watch out, you might get an accidental 24 volt here. Hey.
Yeah.
All right, you are connected.
Hooked up, huh?
Hooked up, ready to hit the key and see if she works?
Negative.
All right, well, Aaron's making his last few connections out there. I believe we got everything in the dash tidied up, so I'm gonna put it back together. We're gonna flip the switch or the key and see if this thing works. You ready for the moment of truth?
I am ready for the moment. It better work.
So, in theory, if we turn this key like we're gonna start the truck, that should light up and we should have 4 independent pictures.
Yes.
Or we should have a way to get 4 independent pictures.
Yes.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Here we go. Nothing. Oh, whoa!
Oh, yeah.
Oh, look at that. How do we get that right? That's actually the left side of the truck and that's the right side of the truck. And that's the reversing camera.
It's a lucky guess, but do you remember how we had some shorter and longer cables? I remembered that.
You guessed her right, all right.
And yes, I guessed it right.
Holy cow.
Nailed it. So, yeah.
So, channel 1
That's
is the
gonna
top.
be the prime channel I watch right there.
You guys might see the screen flickering in your camera. It's not that bad in person. Number 2 is reversing. Left side of the truck. Right side of the truck. Man, those cameras I think are going to be the handiest.
Mm-hmm.
Because you can see right down the rail of the truck.
Yeah.
Oh, we got different options. I think that's the best one though, ain't it?
Yeah, I like that one. I like that one the best.
Hot diggity dog. Bubba Dump's got some new eyeballs.
Oh, yeah.
If you look straight at that screen, it's pretty clear. But if you look off to one side, then it's not. But I like it, man.
It looks pretty clear from here.
That's a game changer, buddy.
Oh, it is. Yeah.
All right, can I get my seat back?
Yeah. Whose seat? That's my seat.
My seat?
Yeah, my seat.
All right. All right, well, let's finish getting our wires tidied up. We're going to pull this thing out.
You got to think about this. I got a cup holder.
You got air conditioning. You got a heater. Thanks to
Heater,
Red
air
Dog.
conditioning. I
You're
got
gonna
the...
you're going to be wanting to put a bunk bed in and move in for too long.
Yep. 4 reverse cameras, not just one. You got 1. I got 4.
Oh, it does look better from back here.
Yeah.
That's too close to it. I like it.
Oh, yeah.
I like it a lot.
Yeah.
All right, what do you need? You good?
All right. Take the left camera,
Yeah.
and it needs to be pointing more towards the ground.
This one?
Yep. Oh, my God. Yeah, the lights really got you.
Oh. Oh, my goodness. Did it move?
Well, you're in the way. I can't even see it there. No, you didn't even move it.
Oh, somebody's got the screws too tight.
Ah. All right. So I guess one here, let's see. This one here is about right. You can see quite a bit. Actually, I'd like to have that one a touch more down. And like this one here, we're gonna try to get it to where it's at least even with this one. And then other than that, I think we're good. That back camera, the reversing camera, I might have him adjust it down a little bit too. I don't mind walk behind it and see see where it's at on him.
You can see what tools I'm getting ready to use to adjust. It'll be fine.
Oh, great.
Perfect, look at that.
Nope, need to go down more.
More?
Yep. You went down too much. But don't leave that where it's at. I'd like to drop the other one down a little bit now.
Oh my goodness.
Hey, can you go around the back of the truck? I want to see what that reversing camera looks like on you.
Hold on. You want this one down more?
Yeah, drop that one down a little more.
This one?
That one? Yeah. God, you're ugly.
More?
No, I think that's pretty close right there. They're pretty even. Now that back camera.
Not this one.
Oh my God. All right, so when he was back in that back one right here, make sure I'm pointing to the right one. So I could see him from waist up easy, but like he said, we are slammed right up against the back wall back there, so that one's gonna be hard to adjust, but got these to where they're They're almost dead on there, but you can see him walking around the back in that one. Then you'll see him pop in on that one. So, yeah, like a possum. Just like a possum. But yeah, I think we got it. It is. You look just like a possum when them infrared lights come on. But I think we got them pretty well set where we need them at. The Bedouin is great. I love the Bedouin.
Hey,
you miss.
I should have put one out the front since you can't see over the steering wheel.
Funny. Hey, I found out that I got an air seat in here so I can air myself up to see over it. But anyways, I think we got them all lined out now. So camera should be ready to go for Bubba Dump. Don't ask where we got them.
All right, last thing we're gonna do, guys, is pull it back out of the shop. It's a lovely day out here if you can't tell. I wanna raise the bed all the way up and make sure when those wires go around that hinge point, they're not gonna catch or bind up or stretch or do anything goofy. Well, that being said, should have this wrapped up. Yep, take her up once.
Hey, think about it. I don't need you. I got cameras. I can see that I was tighter on that side than the other side.
I'll remember that.
I don't need you anymore.
All right, go up easy. So right there is where our wires come around. What we're looking at so far. Absolutely perfect. You guys are dirty. The wires didn't hardly stretch or do anything. See them coming down the bed. We got them in a piece of wire loom right there, and then go back into our clips. Whammo bammo. That looks amazing. That's a pretty good indication right there. Look at that. You got the bus on one side, my truck on the other side, and you're lined up on the door on the other side. Then this one up here almost gives you an overview.
Yeah. Yeah, I like it. I didn't even pay attention. Now I was coming out the door and I looked down. I got, well, I don't even need you out there. I can see my tires.
I guess we can just go ahead and cut the mirrors off.
Yeah, let's keep them on. But I'm gonna feel a lot better if a tree branch does grab one of the mirrors and I don't have a mirror anymore.
Yeah.
Because I got a camera.
And it's not, and that is not in the line of sight of looking out the windshield either.
No, even for a short guy like me.
Yeah, I know. Sweet.
Yeah.
That's gonna be a wrap on that one. Aaron's gonna drive it on down the property down there. That's the next little project we got for it down there, but hopefully that truck's good to go for a whole nother season. We got oil change in it, we got the fluids checked, complete service on it. We got that oil leak fixed on it a video or so ago. I'm not sure how long ago that was. Got him a new set of eyes, got a camera system on there. I'm not a big fan of those cameras, but I shouldn't say that. I'm not a big fan of cameras in general, not particularly those cameras, but I think they will be super handy on that truck. If anybody's interested in what they are, there is the part number. You can pick this kit up on truckertrack.com. Don't forget to use promo code DIRT. Save yourself a little bit of money. And overall, as far as the camera kit itself goes, really easy to do, high quality stuff. I have no complaints about that whatsoever. So anyways, well, we got to go, guys. We got to go. It is just about go time. The weather's getting ready to start letting up, and we need to get some stuff done. So hopefully you guys enjoyed this video. If you did, big old thumbs up. Well, make sure you catch us on the next one. If you haven't yet, consider subscribing. We appreciate that. That way we can improve your odds of seeing us in the next video. Later.